capitalism has a lot in common with the systems before, particularly slavery and feudalism. And here's what they have in common. A very small group of people, masters, lords, employers, are dominant, have the control and amass the wealth relative to the vast mass of people, the slaves or the serfs or the employees. This latter group, the majority, the vast majority, do the bulk of the work. The wealth produced is gathered into the hands of and controlled by the small group. A small group vis-a-vis a large group. That capitalism has in common with slavery and feudalism. And that means capitalism is subject to the same tensions and criticisms and revolutions that plagued slavery and feudalism. Why? Because sooner or later, when things go bad, the mass of people figure out that they're locked into a system where they get the short end of the stick. They are the majority, but the wealth they produce goes to somebody else. They are the majority, but the power is in the hands of somebody else. And they figure out that rather than begging as slaves that the master treat them better, or begging as serfs that the lord treat them better, or begging as employees that the employer treat them better, what they ought to do, maybe, is change the very system. Capitalism wasn't freedom. That capitalism didn't fundamentally change the situation of a few people with the wealth and power and everybody else without. It just changed the rules for that system. It replaced master-slave, lord-serf with employer-employee. So that what remained, if you were going to achieve the freedom that people in all those systems sooner or later felt, was a system that didn't organize production that way, that didn't divide the people who participate in producing and distributing goods and services into a minority with the wealth and power and a majority who do the work. And the only way to do that is to democratize the enterprise, whether it's a farm or a factory, a store or an office, to make it such that we don't have order givers, order takers, that everybody is a part of a community that together divides the work. Capitalism exists so long as you don't question, you don't criticize, and you don't move beyond yet another small group power, mass of workers situation. Capitalism didn't change that. It just gave it a new form. It went from master-slave, lord-serf, to employer-employee.